What's up?
Woo!
How you doing?
It's like been forever.
I know these new every other week thing. It's throwing off my life. I never even know when it's Friday anymore.
Yeah, I have this recurring alarm that goes off on the Apple phone, and it's like AMA, AMA. I'm like, this is not me today.
That's your cue to tune in.
We've got to thank the ladies for doing an incredible job and giving the boys a break. And I'm sure everybody way prefers the ladies doing this than us. So
yeah, I enjoy it. They do awesome. It's great to have a little texture to things, right? A little different viewpoint, and they have a lot of good insight.
So they're getting about double our views. That's I guess what we got to measure against.
Absolutely.
I'm going to start marketing our Fridays.
Absolutely. I prefer to see the ladies. So anytime they want to come on, it's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
They make a lot more sense than us. I mean, I think Simona said it right when she said, somebody said, it'd be great to, give more empowerment to the ladies. She says, we don't need empowerment. We're already powerful.
Yep. I love that. I love that about Simona. Like she hates that term empowering women because she said, they're powerful already. And it's true. Like our, especially the ones in our group, right? Like they run the world.
Absolutely.
No doubt. No doubt.
Hallelujah for that.
I just do what they tell me. So
right. That's right.
That's the secret to a good life, is what I've learned.
That's the smartest thing. Is like this morning, just a little anecdote here. We were doing some traveling around, myself and my wife, and Google Maps was on. I'm like, why don't you use Apple Maps? It's a lot better now. And she's like, no, I like Google. So then all of a sudden the question comes up, hey, were I supposed to turn right here or left here? I don't know. Ask Google. Whoops. You don't say that. Then all of a sudden I'm on the phone to one of my friends and my wife starts screaming, what are you doing? You're supposed to be telling me which way to go. And I said, okay. You're not going to win. So just agree.
That's right. That's right. Love it.
All right, guys. Well, hey, 3 days. 3 days.
That's it.
Got the countdowns going. I love our countdown banners that All Dolled Up made. It's like gold and it's kind of flat. I'm loving
it. Yeah, it's beautiful. It was really beautiful.
The
3 more sleeps. That's it.
Yeah, it feels like the content has really been picking up the last few days, so it's cool to see.
Oh, our video. Yeah, there's community doing video content now. I know Edwin was doing some for some of the other Shibarium projects the other day or yesterday, and some of the Shibarium projects said, thank you, Sharbi, for everything. So, it's really cool. It's really cool, like seeing all everyone kind of starting to really, buy in to what we're doing.
It's amazing, and I think that the way I always love metrics, and I love looking at. When we do a post and we see, the gravity building, it's like everything is just the traction is building. And a post that we may have done 4 weeks ago may have got a couple of thousand impressions, but today that same post gets 20,000 impressions. Yep. So I think that's a really good scientific way to show how much interest there is in this launch. And it's coming far and wide. It's not an echo chamber just coming from Sharbi. It's all of the amazing networking work that Hero's done, Lab's done with the games, and all of us working together as a unit, trying to spread the Sharbi message far and wide. And we made a promise way back in the early days when we really were just trying to figure stuff out, that one day everybody shall know her name. And I guess that's going to be true, at least when it comes to Shibarium. Everybody does know her name already. So
yeah, no, that's perfect, right? Because we did say, there were so many promises of, we're going to be the first to launch. We're going to be the first to launch.
Yeah.
you know what? We're not the first to launch, but we are the biggest project to come over. And so we're the first big project to migrate. And because of that, you know, everyone's excited, right? Not just our community, all the Shibarium communities are excited to have us come over, and what we offer as a community. And a lot of that is that social networking that we have, right? This big name, and we're creating it into a bigger name with our rebrand and everything else. So
absolutely. Yeah. And I don't, you know, we don't need to make any promises to anybody other than that we're going to keep laboring away every single day, creating, you know, magic with actions rather than words. And I know that, you know, it's easy to make mistakes in crypto and make claims and so forth, but there's only one way to actually make everything right. And that's just to do what you say and do what it says on the label. And I think that's what we've really done. We've managed to turn this from, you know, a bunch of individuals or a previous team managing Sharbi into a cohesive unit that we may not agree with each other all the time, but there is a DAO in place that empowers us to make what is the right decision every time, even if individuals are upset with the outcome sometimes. And, you know, we can never really get it wrong when you've got a majority rule.
right.
For sure.
Yeah, no,
It's been
go ahead, Len.
It's been kind of inspiring to see how it's all come together ultimately. And um, you know, it's like a cliche to talk about community and stuff like that and and all those things, but like I don't know, like for me, I've never seen it like this. So I think I said this on Wednesday, but to me, it's like instead of this being sort of the end of the journey with us launching on Shibarium, which is sort of how it felt in those early days back in, you know, February, March. Like that was like we didn't know it was going to be this far out at the time. But like that was all you thought about. That was the only thing that was coming. And so like the result of how this has played out is like, well, man, we've really changed this into a situation where instead of Shibarium launch being the end of what's happening here, it's really just like the very beginning of what we are, because now it's like this isn't just some pump and dump meme coin, you know, which to some degree it could have been argued that it was back in February and March, and instead you ended up with a group of people here who really believed in something and created something. And you know, it's kind of lame, but you guys are my friends, so
You're right. Yeah, no.
We're YouTube friends.
YouTube friends.
It's more than that. It's more than that. There's a lot of love going around, really, right? There's a lot of love going around. There's a lot of respect. You know, there's a lot of respect for each other, and you know, I feel like the dark times kind of pull you all closer, right? There's been late night calls in the middle of the night where we talk for hours, and there's, you know, more early morning, like, oh my gosh, is this all going to end? You know, to what we have now, right? Where 3 months ago, I say it's about 3 months, we all kind of step back and said, okay, what do we have to offer? What are we? You know, what are we bringing to the table as a group? And I feel like, you know, there are leaders of our group, you know, that kind of step up, but we are a group, and we are a community run group, right? Like we are working for each other at this point, right? Absolutely. Like I want to see you guys succeed as much as I want to succeed, right? Like, and I truly feel that. And I guess that's what Sharbi represents now, and that's the rebrand to me, right? Is representing this whole new start, this whole new beginning, but this whole new presence for Sharbi, which is what we are representing, right, or trying to represent every day now.
Yeah, and I think, you know, also, I guess it's important to always accept and learn from history, because, and I guess it's a different way of a different POV of what you were saying in the same sort of way. But, you know, I'm a great believer that history teaches us a new path if you're open to listen and learn. And without making mistakes in our past history, we'd never get to this point. Right now, there's a lot of the stuff that we originally put together. I mean, there was a 4-man DAO with a multi-sig wallet. You know, I shouldn't say 4-man. It was 1 female and 3 males, if we want to be gender. But you know, the reality is that we put a DAO in place, and you know, that was a great step, and that was something that was instigated by Simona. But step by step, we realized that that was not giving the voice to the people that actually represented the DAO. It was still too fewer people that were controlling it. So as we go down each step and as we make each mistake, we actually grow and improve. So those that are open to, you know, learning and improving every day, day by day, you ultimately get to a stage in crypto which is very, very unique where Sharbi is right now. Because if this was a normal project, and I'm saying 99% of all the projects that, you know, brand themselves as a community project, this would have been dead. This would have been, you know, worth 0.00000000001. You know, and if you think about it, what do we have coming out next month? Well, we know what's happening on Monday, but next month we actually have the bridge that's been so, you know, we've put so much effort into that bridge and so much funding, so much hours. We've got an expert dev team putting it together, you know, I mean, it's an incredible opportunity for people to then make revenue. When I say people, Sharbi is a project, and that means all of us, to make revenues from just providing a service, from a utility. We don't. It's all automated. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to pay anyone to run it. We don't have to pay anyone. We're not sharing that revenue with anyone unless we partner with people, and we may do that because they're marketing partners. Right. But all of these opportunities, they're all spoken about in the very initial instance of Sharbi, at least from when, you know, I was involved from the very early days of ARB. And I guess it's awesome to see where this project's come from aspirational to reality. And in between aspirations, and every project has aspirations, some with good intentions, some with not. But we managed to come from intentions and aspirational stage to delivering goods. We're finally delivering on Shibarium. We're not just being, you know, thank God we weren't the first project on Shibarium, right? I mean, there's been a lot of, you know, let's be honest here. It hasn't gone smoothly, but most change don't go smoothly in the very beginning. But you could say that we're actually launching at a very opportune time, and we will be one of the biggest projects, if not the biggest project on Shibarium. Who could have promised that at the beginning? Nobody, right? We could have said it, but, you know, saying something and being aspirational is very different to the facts. So I take a lot of satisfaction in where we are today, and that we've got a group of people that are really working together. I'd love that group to be much bigger than what it is, because like most projects, there's very few people that do the majority of the work. And I think that anybody in our community that wants to stand up and wants to like contribute more, maybe get a name for themselves, working for a project that's aspiring and doing things like Sharbi, this is a great opportunity to get your CV up to speed, where none of us get paid. We're all here sweating, working for our bags, but we're doing it with solid aspirations and with integrity. So, you know, I guess I said a lot there, and hopefully some of it resonates with some of our community, and people will want to do, you know, more for Sharbi.
For sure. I second that. And it's the kind of thing where it's always evolving. And so there's always more to add, right? And so we're always going to need more people to jump in. And, but, you know, I'm not going anywhere. So we're going to keep growing. So it's good. We keep talking about the rebrand, and it occurred to me that that was this week. So I guess for
Yeah.
anybody who's in a box and didn't see it, here's the new logo. I have it as a GIF for some reason. My file with the photo is too big, but so it's glittering. But that's the
That's
logo.
awesome.
So I know this made Hero's life significantly better.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? This has been something from day one. I was like, I don't like this Sharbi. I don't like. I don't like this version. You know, I didn't like the look of the logo. I was in it more because of the people that I knew were in it. Right? It wasn't about the logo. But now, and I have to say, we spent 2 months going back and forth on this logo, and so to the point where some people were getting frustrated about it. But the importance of this is so big, right? And the reception we've gotten from the logo has been so amazing, right? And it's so important to realize that the logo is representative of us, and I feel like the previous logo now to me represents the people that launched Sharbi. The logo that's there now represents our DAO, represents the partnerships that we've made, represents the goodness of Sharbi, right?
The
And
university as well. The university
right.
with the boy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and the queen. I mean, the queen of meme, like rather than the mistress, and this whole, it has this negative intonation to it, and that's gone, right? The queen of meme. We already were the queen of Arbitrum. We are going to be the queen of Shibarium, right? Like there's no one else, that can take that spot. Like at this point, we are going to be the queen of Shibarium.
I think the other, no, absolutely. I totally agree with that, Hero. And I think, if we sort of use this moment right now to be very appreciative and thankful for all the people outside of our own project that are now a big, important part of the project. And, I see Janice is here, who's been an amazing supporter. Especially what she went through before and how none of us really knew what the real story was, but how we made good on things, how we made good on promises, having Xander, come and be a friend as well. The Shibarium University basically rose like the phoenix from ashes of the old Sharbi, if you like. When we sat around and said, what do we really stand for? I mean, it's people, going back to people within our community, such as, and I don't like singling out people, but I think it's important in this case. But what Funk did, he ran with an idea. He was always a great member of the community, but one day, all of a sudden, he activated himself and he went into Spidey sense mode and superpower mode, and just like became this incredible person that just like bled Sharbi to create from nothing the university. And when I sit there and say, we always leave it to too fewer people in projects, the projects that really super succeed are the ones that have cohesion and have a lot of people pulling the same way. I feel as though we have all of the right elements in place, but we need more players to come in and help out. So I think that we're all excited about this launch. I, like Lab, don't see, and also Hero, don't see this as the end, like, oh, we finally get our launch on Shibarium. No, it's the very beginning. It signals that the following month, we have the bridge being launched. The following month, we have staking maybe, or whatever, income coming in, or there's a million things that are going to roll on from this. So the opportunities that are being built up every week in the AMAs with collaborations, people that are following Sharbi will understand why we're so excited. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but what, drives me every day to get up and I watch the old AMAs or one that I couldn't watch live, and I see these collabs coming up. You can't not be excited about what's happening here. I can't not be excited about where Shibarium takes us. I can't not be excited about how we're getting embraced by the SHIB community.
Yeah.
I mean, are we not just, who knows, but are we not just a tweet away from someone, incredible like Shy recognizing what we're doing? I believe possibly, right? Who knows? It will possibly happen. So it's like these things that you continually work. Finally, people come and they believe as well. And as they keep believing, we keep gaining traction. So right now, price does not represent the energy that's been put into Sharbi, but in the future, I totally believe that it will. Otherwise, I'm going to lose these beautiful locks. So,
Me too. Me too.
Man, you guys got great hair.
Lost it.
Oh man.
So,
I think Hero did you want to say some things about bridging over?
yeah. Yeah, you know what? I actually really want to talk about Shibarium, right? So first off, Shibarium. Let's be realistic. Shibarium's volume right now is not huge. We are launching in the middle of one of the worst markets we've seen in a long time. We've been told, there's strategy makers and everything that says, hey, this isn't a good time to launch. But for us, that's not what it's about, right? This isn't about hyping this launch. It's not about running to 20 million and not sustaining. Our goal is to be pioneers on Shibarium, to be there early, to be the first project that comes over. That's a larger project that's migrating. Like that is our meaning. It's how we add meaning to the chain. It's how we show our trust in and belief in the SHIB team. It's how we bring those connections. And what we bring with us is a strong community. We bring a strong project. And I was listing out yesterday for somebody who's working on our marketing stuff. I was listing out yesterday just all the things we have and all the things we've done. It's astonishing how much we have going for us in Sharbi. It's so amazing, like just how many things we've built out. And this guy's like, hey, I'll market you for free. He says, I want to be a part. This is somebody who charges weekly for his services. He says, I'll market you for free. I want to be a part of this movement. And I mean, what does that say for us, right? Like these people that are tweeting us, these people that are supporting us aren't doing it for money. It's all organic because they believe in what we're doing. They see that we have true intentions and that we are really trying to help everyone, right? We are trying to help everyone. We want to bring volume to the chain, and this brings us to this bridge contest. Right now, over the next day and a half, I think still, we have the bridge contest going. All you have to do to join it is bridge 100 bone and comment on the Sharbi pinned tweet that says Sharbi bridge to Shibarium. And you're entered in a drawing. And 5 people are going to win 100 million worth of Arbitrum Sharbi just for bridging. I mean, it's you're buying bone at a discounted price. You're bridging over at a time where Shibarium is growing, and you can win something. So, but really, what I want from this contest is hundreds of people to bridge and to be commenting. Let's get the whole community supporting this, and by having there we go. By having everyone comment this, by showing this unity as a community that we're all coming over, that we're bridging over. I want our whales to do this. I want everyone. I want everyone to be bridging over 100 bone and commenting underneath that and showing our unity and showing that, hey, Sharbi's here. Sharbi is on Shibarium. We're there Monday morning or Monday afternoon or evening, 2100 UTC, and we're gonna I just got the chills. I gave myself the chills.
So just for the benefit of everybody that's watching, explain in ABC terms what somebody has to do if they want to purchase Sharbi on Shibarium's launch on Monday. Just step by step. What's the first step?
So, so the start is to get onto Shibarium. To get onto Shibarium, you have to. There's really 3 steps, and we have this in our Telegram.
Yeah.
We have it on our university. It's 3 steps. It's in written and video form. Really, and my DMs are always open. I've been helping people bridge over for weeks now. So like anybody in our community is willing to help. So that I think that's important to note. So 3 steps: set up your RPC on MetaMask. There is basically just 5 fields you copy over, and you're ready to go on Shibarium. Buy Bone. You can buy Bone on centralized exchanges. You can buy Bone on Uniswap or ShibaSwap. So buy Bone. That's step 2. Step 3.
Just hold it there. We're going to make it really idiot-proof here, right? So let's just say I've set up my MetaMask. I now see that I have Shibarium network. Now I'm going to go to Uniswap, for example, or let's use ShibaSwap because they're our friends. Am I connecting up to Ethereum network on my MetaMask, or am I using the new?
Good call. Good call. Yes. So you have to buy Bone first on Ethereum network. So on ERC20, you have to buy Bone. So that you can bridge it to Shibarium. So you will, this is setting up Shibarium so that you have it set up in your MetaMask. Then you will buy Bone.
Okay. So just so that everybody gets this right, basically you would be going to your MetaMask and you would be going down to where it says add network. So first you'd go to, let's say, your Ethereum setup. You'd see your other chains that you've already got loaded. And then you'd see that big button down the bottom that says add network. And when you click that, it will take you to the same fields as you're seeing on our Shibarium University article that we're reading right now, that you can get off shibariumuniversity.com. And you simply just copy across, as Hero's saying, all of those fields into where it says add network on your MetaMask. Once you add that in, then you're going to be able to go back up to where normally, let's say, the top left-hand corner, where you see your networks, and voila, you will now have Shibarium up there.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry I can't
Correct.
show you on MetaMask, but when I open MetaMask in StreamYard, it doesn't open it. It doesn't show it on the screen.
We have videos though. I mean, if you go down to the bottom, there's a video that shows exactly how to do it too. So
and you'll see it on the MetaMask. So from there, once you've swapped for the Bone, then how do you get it to Shibarium?
yeah, so you'll buy Bone on ERC20 on the Ethereum chain, on the SEX, on Uniswap, on ShibaSwap, and then you need to bridge it, which you go to, it's shib.io, and we have the link again in our Telegram, but here is the bridge, and you are going to bridge, you select the token there, and you select Bone. Somebody bridged Bones yesterday. Make sure you don't select Bones. Make sure you do Bone.
How did they do that?
I don't even know how he did it. So
there's a drop down.
Bone.
So you should only pick something that's on the drop down menu.
Yeah, somebody bridged ETH. Don't bridge ETH. Make sure you don't bridge ETH either, because that can create some issues. So bridge Bone. If you hit max here, if you hit max here, it will go to 4 decimal points. So make sure that you only narrow it down to 2 decimal points, because if you do 4 decimal points, it will just kind of spinning wheel it until you go. But now you would hit transfer. You'd hit transfer. You continue. You continue again, and this is approving the deposit, and then you would approve the bridge. So it's that easy, and then it takes 20 minutes, and then you're ready to go on Shibarium. Once that 20 minutes is up, you'll select Shibarium on your MetaMask, and you'll see the bone in there, and then you're ready to trade on Shibarium, which there's multiple swaps. There's Chewy swap, there's Punk swap, and there's Mars swap where we'll be listing.
Now it's 2100. You mentioned 2100. Is that the public sale time, or is what time is public sale? When do we actually launch for public?
Our goal is to launch by 2100 UTC for public.
For public.
Yeah, I believe that's what we said. You're making me doubt myself now, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure about this, and we need to double check, and we'll update this in the main channel. But I believe that it's probably 2 hours after 2100 UTC. But let's double check, and we'll post it definitely in the main chat. We'll post it on all the tweets in advance, probably today or tomorrow. So don't worry, we'll get the right information to everybody.
I'm pretty positive that we're launching at 2100. I think that's on our banners and everything. It's on the Shib news website. But yeah, we'll make sure. We'll double check.
Yeah. We're not going to leave anyone behind.
Right.
Have you done a video already of just doing an actual swap on MarSwap?
I have not. I will get one done this weekend. I'll probably buy some more Mars swap. I already have some Mars swap, but I'll probably buy some more Mars swap this weekend and kind of put a little video out just to show. It works very similar to what we're used to. The only tricky part is they have so many different things there, so you just have to find where the exchange is because they have so many different utilities already there. So you just have to go in and go to the swap portion, and we'll be whitelisted on there. So we should be easy to find.
Okay, cool. And what about contract address so that people don't make a mistake? When will we publish the contract address so that it's all 100%? We're not making any mistakes buying a Sharbi or a bones as opposed to a bone and a Sharbi.
So we will announce it probably right before launch. But also I'm expecting us to have our launch whitelisted on MarSwap prior to launch, which would mean basically our name will be on the drop down list, and I'll talk to Ian about getting us at the top of that list.
Nice.
Yeah, I think most likely we'll handle it like we usually do, which will be, probably 5 or 10 minutes before that, 2100 launch mark, we'll lock the chat, right? And then actually post the contract address when it's going live also. But ultimately, it will be on the drop down. I just don't want people to get, bum hurt because they were looking for something that wasn't there.
What?
I did what?
What hurt?
Bum.
Hurt.
Their bum hurts. Smacking the bum.
Okay.
From all the bone. Oh no, sorry, too far.
Oh no. So I think
you sure you don't like sexes, right? I know that old joke of yours, the sex.
I know, honestly.
We're leaving sex behind, right? You're not going to have any sex soon.
I never thought sex would be ruined for me, but Mexi just went and I don't know.
It was rough. It was a rough sex.
It was rough trade.
Messed up my life. Yeah, my entire conception of reality.
I forgot what I was going to say, guys.
Radar is asking if he can post his bone puns he's been saving for the last week. Yeah, bring it on, Radar. We're about to wrap up, so drop the puns.
He's gone back into his phone.
This launch, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be good times. I do want to say, and there was a lot of questions last night, and I had a chat going on with a member for about an hour about what this launch means, about what a whitelist is, what the difference between a pre-sale or a private sale in this whitelist. I think it's a good time to mention that before we wrap. So really, it's not a pre-sale. It's not a private sale. What this is a whitelist of people that have been holding 1% on both chains, and almost all of us, I'd say 99% of us have been holding the 1% on both chains since 20 million. So but it is. There must have been a good pun.
Oh my God. I don't know if good is
good is very subjective.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation here.
What you asked for, I guess.
Right. So it is not a private sale. It is not a pre-sale. There is no funds being sent to Sharbi for us to spend. There's not funds being held back. Everyone is going to be whitelisted that's qualifying for the whitelist to buy their bag prior to us going public, which will happen just before we go public. I've said this before, our estimates are to launch under 200K market cap. And that's, I think that it's pretty strong that's going to be around the right area. But it's not a pre-sale. It's not a private sale. It's a whitelist. It's very unique, right? I've never seen this before, so it's hard to know what to call it.
Yeah.
So just once again, let's try and spell it out for everybody here. There's a whitelist. So presumably, some people that have been holding 1% on each chain have had their wallet whitelisted in the terms of like NFTs, so forth, where you would be whitelisted for a launch, and that gives you the opportunity for that wallet to purchase X amount of Sharbi. Is that a fair understanding of what the whitelist means?
Correct. And the deadline for being a part of that has passed now. So, and we made announcements and things for that. But and I would say, keep in mind, most of the people that qualified for the whitelist have been holding for a very long time. I mean, the three of us have been here since February, right? So
yeah.
But yeah.
So let's say that I've got a whitelist, but I also want to buy publicly as well. Presumably, I buy my whitelist allocation first, and then I can go and transact publicly. Is it going to happen? Do both happen at 9 o'clock, or does the whitelist happen before 2100, for example?
Yeah, so the whitelist will start. We're talking about 2 hours prior to the live now, just to make sure everything goes right. Hopefully, there's no delays in our launch. I know our Ethereum launch, we had about a 4-hour time delay. It took a long time, but there was a lot of people that were really tired. So we're hoping to not have that. We did have. Our contract is ready. It's done by Solidity. It's very clean. We have had it looked over, again, they said that it looks really great. So the contract side looks great. The whitelist will start probably 2 hours prior to that 2100, and if all goes well, we'll be ready to go right at 2100. And I actually feel like as long as we get people to start bridging over, which I know people today are starting to hit that alarm bell, right? Like, oh, I got to get my bone onto Shibarium. So if you guys see the bone price going up today, it's probably Sharbi.
Yeah, that might be true.
Okay, and then let's talk about, I know that I've been getting a lot of DMs, and I don't answer DMs, but basically there's a lot of DMs coming in asking, what is happening with the contract? Is it going to be renounced straight away? Is there going to be a delay? What is the percentages that are given? Because we've spoken about a few different things. I know we decided on something, but let's air that out now so it's clearly communicated.
Sure. No, I think that's smart. So we will not renounce right away. At this point, we will once we feel everything's ready to go. It may be a month, it may be 2 months, but we will not renounce until we're absolutely sure everything is exactly how we want it. We will be, locking liquidity for a very short time, probably once we see the contracts working right, and then longer once things go. I think it's important to note that we are not going to renounce right away. And with a new chain, with everything else, I think that we're being smart by realizing, hey, we may need to change something. We may need to change something when the bridge comes, right? When the bridge comes, we may need to add something, and there is customizable functions for the bridging in our contract that has that. What our contract will not have is blacklist functionality. There will be no blacklist functionality. There will be no pre-sale or private sale or such as that. There will be no tokens or coins airdropped. There will be nothing held back. So we are trying to do this as clean as we can, as well as we can. As far as the taxes go, it's going to be 5%, just like it is on our other two chains. The DAO has decided that 3% of that 5% is going to go to Bone rewards. Bone being as Shibarium grows, we expect Bone to grow. With Bone growing, we expect Shibarium to grow. And it really makes a lot of sense as opposed to having that stable coin on Shibarium currently. Another reason to not renounce right away is the possibility of going to Shi when it comes out as our stable coin, which also supports the chain and the SHIB team. 1%, similar to the other ones, will be going to liquidity on every buy and sell. And then our unique ad for Shibarium will be a 1% of every buy will be going to manual SHIB burns, which we'll do as kind of events once we get to certain amounts. And then every sell will go to a 1% marketing wallet, which it'll be nice to have a little bit of marketing wallet, right, guys?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and it also takes away the onus of Wales having to finance everything, which I think, Wales did a great job in financing all of the things and our collaborations as well. We raised a lot of money with the CABS collaboration. And, I think all of these things are very important because we wouldn't be here where we are right now had we not raised the money with CABS and also the whales. That's the fact. We wouldn't be in a position where we could actually pay for the bridge and everything else that's gone on. So, we tried to do this initially, or the original people tried to do this on, pass the hat around and let's get the whales to finance. That system was good, but it's not forever. People get tired of that, and it's not sustainable. What is sustainable is that you need to have a marketing wallet. You need to have a plan of where that money's going. I think there's two things here that's really, really important. One is the 5%, the learnings we've had is, okay, the 3%, we now get to choose where we're going to do our burns, okay? 1%, sorry, 1% where we get to choose where the burns are going to go. 1% liquidity. That worked to treat. That's worked to treat from the very beginning. If you look at our liquidity on both chains, it's still hugely healthy and has been since we implemented it. So that was a winning move. So we're doing that. But the manual 1% as a SHIB burn is great because maybe in the future, as you say, we may burn SHI or whatever it may be, right? We give ourselves the flexibility to make changes on the fly. And of course, the rewards for people that support Sharbi. So, I think we've stacked up everything so nicely. We're so well prepared for the bull run that, we have the proof. Everything is down and we've got the history behind us now. And these are the sort of tokens a lot of people are looking for when they get into a bull. It's like, what are the biggest players on Shibarium, for argument's sake? When you're in the middle of a bull, I'll throw X amount of money at all 10, the top 10. We'll be one of those top 10.
Yeah.
And that's when things explode. So those that are thinking, oh, I invest some money into Sharbi and I'm going to make it 10x or 100x, it's not going to happen on Monday. It's probably not going to happen. You invest into Sharbi because you believe in what the community is doing and the aspirations we have and the utility that we've got unfolding. So that's all fully paid for. So if you wound back the clock, for me at least, and put us in the position we're in now, at the very beginning when we launched this project, when it was all just talk, we've actually done everything that we've said we were going to do. And now you can get in for a fraction of the market cap. We're under 1 million market cap. It feels crazy to say that, but that's the truth. Yeah, it feels but not. We're all still here. Why are we here? I can only speak for myself because I still believe.
Yeah, I agree. I believe, and I believe more than I ever have. Right? Yeah. I feel like we are in the best position we've ever been in. And I can't wait to see the market cap reflect it because it's a lot of work. We've all put in a lot of work, and right now it is, really blood, sweat, and tears, right? Like we're really putting that in, and not to mention our finances, right? But we're doing it because we believe in what we're doing. We believe in, that we are in a strong position, and that will be rewarded. And I truly believe that those that are with us, those that are really working, those that have stayed through the course, of all the pits and valleys, those are the ones I want to see succeed, and those are who we're working for. I think that's the best way to say it.
I think the other thing is we can also draw up a lot from the blockchain. And, some people may have noticed a tweet that I put out. Also, Austin Hilton put out the same tweet. And that was about the movement, the actual wallets on Shibarium that have become active in the last 7 days. Now, I haven't checked today, but I did check 2 days ago. And it was 45% of all wallets started to become active in the last 7 days. That means buying bone or whatever. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's because of Sharbi, but I tell you something. I will say Sharbi has something to do with many of those wallets getting activated, because you don't have, if you go through the blockchain and check all the movements of wallets since Shibarium launched, there's 1.28 million wallets on Shibarium right now. And if you go back 3 weeks and look at the activity and compare it to the last week, you're going to be mind blown away. It's almost 600,000 wallets got active in the last week. Now, we're not here to make any promises. We don't know what that really means, but surely there's some percentage of those wallets are related to our launch.
No doubt. Hard to imagine what else they would be related to.
Well, there are some things coming. There are some things coming that the SHIB team, even though they're not preaching from the walls right now, they're building in the background, and they've been hinting towards some big things coming. So there are some movements coming, but that benefits us, right? The being there when all this comes, that there's a lot of work going on from all directions. I can say that, so those that are scared of Shibarium, are really costing themselves, an opportunity right now, in my opinion, by not being those early adopters. Like we talk to marketers, and and they're like, oh, what is Shibarium doing, right? Like I thought it didn't launch, and I'm like, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to the communities building there. You're not paying attention to all the utility that's already there. And I mean, look at those costs, right? Like it's fractions of a penny to transact. It's gonna take.
Yeah, I look at it. I think it's as clear as day, and I always try to tell people that go to the actual blockchains, go to all the scans, whatever you're talking about, to get the facts and understand what's going. Because that's the first instance you'll get that will tell you something's happening. When you can check transactions, or you check increase in wallets, or you check activity, and it's so easy because all of these tools are free. You can pay. Yes, you can pay extra to go deeper, but pretty much I have very few paid blockchain tools. I do have them. I do have Dune. I have a couple of others, but you don't need it. If you're just sort of trying to understand where things are going. And even Bitcoin's a classic example. Like, you watch what the right hand saying in the media about BTC, and it's going to be dying, and it's nothing, and this is coming up, and all this FUD. But then you look at the facts on the left hand and you go, well, hold on, how come wallets are increasing X% every single week, right? Somebody's not telling the truth, and I know who I believe. It's the blockchain as opposed to any individual.
Yep,
no doubt,
absolutely.
So recap, the public launch is 2100 on Monday. It's on MarsSwap .universe, is that right?
MarsSwap.exchange.
.exchange, correct. We'll need to have Bone in a MetaMask or similar on Shibarium network. That means you have had to have purchased it on Ethereum network, purchase Bone, not Bones, Bone, and then bridged it across. Go to shib.io. You'll find the bridge link. Follow the instructions. We've got the video. We've got the data on the university anyway. It'll take around 20 minutes to half an hour. Your Bone will show up in your Shibarium. And then basically from there, just be ready, 2100 on Monday on MarsSwap. And it's all good. Look for the drop down. We should be at the top. If we're not at the top, we'll be somewhere on the drop down. And I guess there will be a contract address somewhere posted on our main chat if people want to double check.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Radar, great job on those jokes. Those are great. I noticed Lab didn't even pull them up.
Well, I was trying. I don't know. Let's see. What's the best one here? The size of your bone stack doesn't matter. It's how you use it. Is that a bone in your wallet, or are you happy to see me? I liked his one that said the outcome of what did he say? No matter how thick or thin your stack of bone, the outcome leaves investors satisfied.
That's a good one. Oh, see, sometimes the mistress would be good. I would love to post that on Sharbi.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Well, that's a classic.
Always a pleasure. Anything else we need to cover?
I just think a shout out to JM, Janice, Sharbi Vibes. Who else have we got there? I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, but Bulu Watif, Adeliki, Pete 38, Radar, of course, Bryce, Luna Crypto, and of course Shibarium University. Never lets us down, always here. But yeah, thanks guys, thanks for sticking with us. And wow, it's like we've run a marathon The finish line is very close, but then we have a new race beginning. So
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Bridge
That's
next.
right.
Bridge next. All right. Good talking to you guys.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you, everybody, for
Awesome.
watching.
cheers, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.